before the engines roar, before the lights go out, before history is written in milliseconds. There is silence, a quiet garage, the smell of fuel in the air, mechanics preparing a machine built for perfection, and inside the helmet, a man who carries not only the weight of expectation, but the story of an entire journey. This is not just a story of a Formula One driver. This is a story of belief, of sacrifice, of breaking barriers and redefining what is possible. This is the story of Lewis Hamilton, a boy from a small English town who dared to dream bigger than the world around him, and in doing so, changed Formula One forever. Lewis Carl Davidson Hamilton was born on January 7, 1985, in Stevenage, Hertfordshire, England. It was not a place known for producing racing legends. There were no famous circuits nearby, no family connections to motorsport, and no financial safety net. Formula One was a distant universe, expensive, exclusive, and seemingly unreachable. Yet from the very beginning, Lewis showed signs of an uncommon focus and drive. After his parents separated when he was young, Lewis was raised primarily by his father, Anthony Hamilton. Anthony believed in his son's talent with absolute conviction. To support Lewis's racing dreams, he worked multiple jobs at the same time, sometimes up to 3, sacrificing sleep, comfort, and personal ambitions. Weekends were spent at kart tracks. Nights were spent repairing equipment. Money was tight, but belief was endless. This dedication shaped Lewis's discipline, humility, and mental strength. Lewis's introduction to racing came through remote-control cars, where he won national championships before moving into karting at the age of 8. From his very first races, it was clear he was different. He learned quickly, adapted instantly, and competed fearlessly against older drivers. While others relied on aggression, Lewis relied on intelligence, understanding racing lines, tire grip, and strategy long before it was expected of someone his age. Karting became his classroom. Victories followed rapidly. Championships came one after another. Local newspapers began writing about a young prodigy with exceptional talent and quiet confidence. But talent alone was not enough. The motorsport world is unforgiving, especially to those without connections. Lewis and his father knew that one moment could change everything, if it ever came. That moment arrived in 1995. At just 10 years old, after winning a karting championship, Lewis approached Ron Dennis, the boss of the McLaren Formula One team. Calm, polite, and confident, he introduced himself and said, "Hi, I'm Lewis Hamilton. I want to race for you one day." Ron Dennis smiled and wrote in Lewis's autograph book, "Call me in 9 years." It was a simple sentence, but it became a prophecy. 3 years later, McLaren signed Lewis Hamilton to its young driver program. He became the youngest driver ever to receive such a long-term commitment from a Formula One team. The pressure was immense. Expectations were high, but Lewis thrived under it. Through his teenage years, he climbed the racing ladder with remarkable consistency. He won in Formula Renault, dominated Formula 3, and then delivered one of the most impressive seasons in GP2 history, winning the championship in 2006. Engineers praised his technical understanding. Team principals admired his work ethic. Rivals respected and feared his racercraft. By the time he reached Formula One, Lewis Hamilton was no longer a promise. He was a certainty. In 2007, Lewis made his Formula One debut with McLaren and immediately shattered every expectation of what a rookie could be. Racing alongside reigning world champion Fernando Alonso, he finished on the podium in his very first race. He followed that with podium after podium, showing composure, aggression, and intelligence beyond his years. The season became a historic battle filled with tension, controversy, and unforgettable moments. Lewis came within a single race of winning the World Championship in his debut season, something no driver had ever done before. In 2008, he returned stronger and more focused. That season culminated in one of the most dramatic finishes in Formula One history. In the final race in Brazil, under changing weather conditions, Lewis made a crucial overtake on the very last lap. By one single point, he became a Formula One world champion, the youngest at the time. The image of Lewis celebrating with his father became a symbol of perseverance, sacrifice, and shared victory. After several competitive seasons with McLaren, Lewis made another bold decision. In 2013, he left the team that had given him his first success and joined Mercedes, a team with ambition but without recent championships. The move shocked fans and experts alike. Many doubted it. Some called it a mistake. Lewis saw opportunity. Working closely with Toto Wolff and the legendary Niki Lauda, Lewis helped shape Mercedes into a powerhouse. When Formula One entered the hybrid era in 2014, Mercedes was ready, and Lewis Hamilton became its defining figure. Season after season, he delivered dominant performances, engaged in intense battles with rivals and teammates, and demonstrated unmatched consistency. His rivalry with Nico Rosberg pushed both drivers to their limits and became one of the most intense teammate battles in the sport's history. Lewis went on to win 6 more world championships with Mercedes, breaking records once thought untouchable. He became the most successful driver statistically in Formula One history, surpassing legends of the past while competing in one of the most technologically complex eras the sport had ever seen. But Lewis Hamilton's legacy goes far beyond numbers. As his success grew, so did his sense of responsibility. He used his platform to speak about diversity, equality, and representation, topics rarely addressed in Formula One before. Through the Hamilton Commission, he worked to create pathways for young people from underrepresented backgrounds to enter motorsport and engineering. He showed that a Formula One driver could be more than just an athlete. He could be a voice for change. Lewis also redefined the image of a racing driver. Through fashion, music, and culture, he expressed individuality in a sport known for tradition. He proved that success does not require conformity, only authenticity. In recent seasons, Lewis has continued to fight at the highest level, chasing an 8th world championship and adapting to new challenges, regulations, and generations of drivers. Whether winning or struggling, he remains one of the most respected figures in the sport, admired not only for his talent, but for his integrity and resilience. Lewis Hamilton's story is not just about Formula One. It is about courage, the courage to dream without permission, to fail and return stronger, and to stand for something greater than victory. From a young boy racing karts in Stevenage to a global icon who reshaped motorsport, his journey continues to inspire millions around the world. And as long as engines start, as long as dreams exist, the story of Lewis Hamilton will never truly end.